Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. It is October 7th, 2024. Hello, Denise. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody who is joining us here live and who is watching on replay. If you're live, please say good morning in the comments. I'll try and fix these little flyaways. If you're watching on replays, please say hello in the comments so we can come back and say hi to you. Good morning, Marie. On Monday mornings, I tend to have some deeper conversations with friends, clients, family members. I don't know what it is about Monday, but I think it makes, well, maybe it's because it's Monday. We're all going back to work. We're all getting back to our schedules. We're all thinking about is this working? Is this not working? I'm going into another week with my job, with my responsibilities. I feel like maybe Monday mornings are a time for reflection. And this morning I had one of those deep conversations with a very close friend of mine. And it was great because it gave me some things to talk about on this Monday morning motivation. Good morning, Nicole, Diane, Susan, Pauline, Marie, Trish, Leslie, Marie, hello. Hello, Lorene. Good morning. It gave me a lot to think about, and I've been pondering this for the past couple of hours, and I wanted to share my thoughts on this little tidbit here. So I view life as a series of course corrections. So you're going down a path and something gets a little off, and then you simply need to do a course correction. But we tend to avoid course corrections because they can feel like failure, because maybe we were raised with the mindset that when you commit to something, you stick to something. That was definitely something that I was raised with. It just feels like I was invested in this one direction. And what does that mean for me to course correct now? Does it mean I made a mistake? Does it mean I failed? Does it mean, you have a lot of mental energy that you have tied up in the direction that you are moving. But really, when you think about it, life is a series of course corrections, not failures, not mistakes. It's course corrections. And the thing about making a course correction is the longer you stick to a path, the longer you stay on a path that is not working out for you without making that course correction, the bigger and more difficult the correction becomes. And oftentimes, when the course correction happens, it's almost like you are not making the choice to do it then. Like it gets so big that your hand is forced into the course correction. So let me talk about this in the context of clutter. When your house starts to accumulate a lot of clutter, you can choose to make a course correction, change some things that are happening, create a different environment in your home for yourself. But often we hang on to things so tightly, right? Like, so we have a sweater that we spent money on, and we have something that feels emotional to us, and we might need this thing in the future. So instead of course correcting, we hold on really tightly to these reasons that we have that justify owning all of this stuff and keeping all of this stuff in our homes. And then you move down this path without making any course corrections, and suddenly your hand is forced. Either you have a flood in your house, you need to let a repair person in, you have an environmental situation, you have like a natural disaster that happens. It starts to undermine your relationship with your significant other and causes a whole lot of stress. There's things that happen when you don't course correct that force you to course correct. And when you are forced to course correct, it feels really bad because it's a much bigger deal than it could have been. All of that to say, if you have clutter in your house right now, if you are walking down a path that feels like it's just not quite right, the sooner you make this correction, the easier it is going to be. Because if you don't make the correction and you are continually stressed by the situation, it's weighing you down. It's impacting your health. It's impacting your mental health. The longer you stay on that path, the harder and more difficult the correction becomes when it happens, because it will happen. It always happens. So I am reminded of the words of Marie, who is listening to this right now. Marie started doing a box a day, removing a box a day from her house in June of 2020. She's still removing a box a day of things from her house. And I remember she said to me multiple times, if I didn't start when I started, it would be so much more difficult right now. Like it doesn't matter how long I've been doing this for. If I didn't start when I had started, I'd be in a much worse situation right now. And I just want to encourage you. If you are in a situation in your life with your job, with your marriage, with your house, with your finances, with whatever it is, because we always have that thing, all of us. If it's things are going great over here, they're, maybe not going so great over here. The sooner you can redirect your energy to a different outcome, the easier and better it will be, even if it feels really hard right now. It is not going to get easier. And when your hand is forced in the situation, it feels much worse. You're driving this boat, this car, this train, you're walking down this road called life. It is your responsibility to course correct as needed. And you're only giving your future self a huge gift if you make a decision sooner rather than later, when you know in your gut it is what is going to happen anyway. Yes, choose your hard. Choose your hard. Exactly. It is hard to live with clutter. It is hard to declutter. Which one leads to the outcome that you desire? Choose your hard. Make those minor course corrections, make those major course corrections before they are forced on you. And always remember, if you're in a situation where you are chronically stressed, that is impacting your health each and every day, and you are worth more than that. All right, that is your Monday morning motivation. If you have something specific you want to course correct on and you want to share it with a community, it's all clutter. Our free Facebook community is there for you. It is judgment free. It is a safe space for you to share this type of stuff. You need to make a course correction. You need to tell somebody. It's all clutter can be that spot where you post that information. Just kind of talk through, ask for advice, or if you're in Clutter Boss Academy, of course, that's another great spot. But just remember, you're worth fighting for. Make those course corrections sooner rather than later. And if you need support doing that, get a coach. There is a coach for everything, and you deserve to have that help and support. Sending you all lots of love. I know these course corrections can be very difficult. I have had to go through this many times myself and face my own little demons during these course corrections. I know how hard it is, but I also know it's worth fighting for. Have a wonderful, beautiful week. Sending you all lots of love and strength. Bye for now.